Today we're going to be looking at an article called Plugged In and Checked Out. More than ever before, young people have access to a huge variety of electronic media: TVs, computers, cell phones, and video game consoles, to name a few. The amount of time kids spend using these new kinds of media continues to grow, which means they have less time for activities such as reading, sports, and just hanging out. TV time. Watching TV is still the most popular way to chill out. According to Nielsen, a company that measures media usage, kids and teens between 12 and 17 years old spend an average of 3 hours a day in front of a TV screen. And that adds up over a year, and the result is scary. It's 1,095 hours, or 45 days. The number of hours that kids spend watching TV worries the experts. Studies have shown that the more children watch TV, the more likely they are to gain excess weight. Children who have TV sets in their bedrooms are also more likely to put on weight than children who don't. Studies have also found that watching TV negatively impacts educational achievement. That is, students who watch a lot of TV each week often aren't as successful in school as those who don't watch a lot of TV. The trouble is that nearly 2/3 of young people live in homes where the TV is usually on during meal times. In half of these homes, the TV is on most of the time, whether anyone is watching it or not. So I'm going to ask you to stop here and do some thinking. What have you learned about TV and media consumption so far? More ways to plug in. What do young people do when they're not watching TV? Well, for the most part, they take a break by looking at other screens such as computers, smartphones, and tablets. Around 90% of homes have at least one computer, and approximately 3/4 of these computers are linked to the internet. Living with all these different screens means that less out-of-school time is spent doing homework, chores, or sports. If you add up all the time that young people spend looking at screens, you find that kids and teens between the ages of 12 and 17 spend an average of 4 hours a day looking at screens. If you have a TV in your bedroom, then you probably clock even more screen time than your friends who don't have one. In a country where most of the homes have multiple TV sets and at least one computer, sometimes it's hard to imagine doing anything other than being in front of a screen. So here's the challenge. The next time you find yourself with some time to spare, think about choosing a leisure activity that isn't plugged in.